Have a good day. I am Hycien F.Cepillo, uh, major in crop science, third year. And this day, I want to present my chosen article or chosen research to defense. The title was Growth and Yield of Taro uh, as affected by this planting distancing. It will publish on December 29, 2020. So, introduction. Taro, Colocasia esculenta, is the member of Cotyledonous family or Archaea and subfamily of Ardoia. The taro was the most widely cultivated species in the genus Colocasia, and it is fourth for most consumed tuber crop in the world. So taro has numerous health benefits which include building a strong immune system, lowering blood pressure, reducing weight gain, and preventing cell damages, building strong bone, and also supporting the thyroid function. So the importance of taro is increasing the substances crop in the rural area of Jana at the rise in production of the crop can be attributed to the price increase and in cereal and other crops such yam. The most of taro produced in the rural areas of Jana are consumed as the such very few find their way into the market. Despite taro's contribution to food security, especially in Jana, agronomic research into taro was very recent. The aspect that have not been worked on the details with regard to Janias. Taro included the plant population, plant spacing, and also the plant distancing. So, according to the introduction, this research was all about the productions of taro or the effective productions of taro. Uh, they want to study the populations of the plant spacing, and also the plant materials. And according to the introduction, so taro was very healthy crops or healthy foods. It, uh, it very helpful to to uh, to build our immune system. So the materials and the methods. The experimental site. The experiment was carried out the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research or CSIR, Plant Genetic Resources Research Institute or PGRRI, longitude of 6 by 17, and the latitude was 27, and the altitude was 214 meter above the sea level. In the eastern region of Jana, during the major rain season in 2018, Ontario or Colocasia esculenta, the major type of soil in the study was mean red and well drained and salty loam. So according to the research, the availability of their soil was the well drained and salty soil that uh, the available of the soil. The soil are suitable for the cultivation of both food crops such as taro, cassava, uh, plantain, yam, cocoyam, and maize, and cash crop will like cocoa, coffee, oil palm, and citrus, and cola. which are grown in the area. The area has an annual temperatures of 30 Celsius and 600 to 1,200 mm of the rain in the year in average of humidity of 80%. So according to the experimental site, they discuss what they they the soil that they have and the temperature that they have in this area. So, and also they discuss what crop they planted in this area. The planting materials at CSIR, or Plant Genetic Resources Research Institute, which was introduced from Zamoa, were used for this study. Both associations are tolerant of taro leaf blight disease and have very good taste. So the main disease that they encountered was the taro blight leaf, and they have very good taste. So according to the study, uh, taro was very good taste in this area. So experimental design. The experimental field laid out in the split plot design, arranged in randomized complete block design, replicated 3 times. So two associations of taro was CM by 80 and SM 16 were used as the main plot, and 3 different planting distances: the 1 by 1 meter and 1 by 0.75 meter, and the last was 1 by 0.5 meter of subland. The land was cleared and before marking out the into block and the spot according to the experimental design. So they have 3 distances that they want to use, or that they use: the 1 by 1 meter and 1 by 1 meter by 0.5 meter, and the last is 1 meter by 0.5 meter. So it will be effective. I don't know. So which plot measured by 4 by 4 meter squared and 2 meter between blocks and 1.5 meter between plot into a blocks. So planting was done just after land preparation using the various planting distances. With control was done once a month throughout this study, and no additional input. And water and fertilizer were added. So di na daw nila dadagdagan yung input, but the fertilizer and the water will be added. So they want to control the weed once a month. So observations of 6 plot characteristic, namely plant height, petal length, leaf length, and leaf width, the number of leaves, and the number of sucker, as well the yield and yield attributes, namely corm length and corm diameter, harvest index. So the data will they record the length and the width of link, the height of the link of the width and of the leaf or leaf, and also they record the corm or the tuber after harvesting. So the data was subjected to analysis of variant or ANOVA using version 9 to examine the presence of statistic. So yun, the researcher was want to use the ANOVA to to get the percentage of the of every uh, data they collect. So the result and discussion. This research have 8 tables. So table 1 show the effects of different planting distances in the growth of taro. The table 2 was effect of different associations of taro on growth parameter. The table 3 was effect of the planting distance and by association interaction of 4, 8, 6, 12, and 16 weeks after planting. Planting of the weeks after the planting of the crops. And the table 4 was the effects of planting distances association the 20, 24, and 28 weeks after planting. So the table 5 was the different planting distances on yield of taro. So the table 6 was the effect of different association of yield attributes of taro and effects of planting distances by association interaction by yield of attributes of taro. And the last was the associations of taro growth, yield, and yield component. So yeah, the growth parameter. Table 1 and Table 2 show the growth of taro plant, 3 different planting distances into taro association. Throughout the 7 months growing period, association or 28 weeks planting, the first 12 weeks and the 90 days after plantings were characterized by the increasing planting height and the leaf length and the width. The table 2, 1 and 2, the number of leaf per plant increasing between 4 to 8 weeks after planting, and the number of sucker per plant increasing with weeks after planting. So they get the parameter of growth per week, the 7 weeks, 12 weeks, and also 12 after 12 weeks, 12 to 20 weeks. So the table 3 and table 4 indicate a trend of increase in plant growth parameter in all association as planting distances was plant was the highest in the for plant space of 1.1 by 0.5 meter at 16 weeks after planting. It will be recorded the maximum at 20 weeks after planting with the plant spaces at 1 by 1 meter recording the higher number of leaves. So, ibig sabihin, yung pinakamaraming weeks ay pinakamaraming dahon na-collect na record nila ay ang week 20 na mayroong sukat na 1 by 1 meter. So, yield and yield component. The result of the effect of planting distance on the yield of taro showed in table 5 and 7. Although both worm length of form diameter were not significant influenced by planting distance, worm length and the diameter lower and the larger respective in closer space plant at 1 meter by 0.5 meter. Form yield per plant was the higher plant space at 1 meter by 0.75 meter. Although it did not show any significance. One of the contrary corn yield hectare increased decrease with the decrease of planting distances. So, yun nga, the table show the effective or record to have strong evidences. So, yield, sorry. Plant spacing had no effect on corn yield per plant, although higher corn yield per plant was recorded by the higher plant spacing by 1 meter by 1 meter and also 1 meter by 0.5 centimeter. The observed decrease in worm yield per stand closer planting spaces in uh, agreement with the finding of. However, it was been reported the worm yield is function of the number of corms and width of corms per planting yield. So the result was plant spacing had no effect to corm. Wala pa siyang effect dun sa corm na sinasabi. Although, merong na-record na ang 1 meter by 1 meter at ang 1 meter by 0.5 meter ay mataas yung nakuhang record or plant spacing. So yun. And the conclusion, in this study, spacing played a significant role in determining the overall performance of taro. Whether spacing increased the corm yield of individual taro plants whereas narrow spacing increased the total corm yield of taro per unit area. Based on the research or based from the result, the planting at the crosser spacing 1 meter by 0.5 meters produced the higher corm. So, according to the result, ang pinaka-higher corm daw na production ay ang distance na 1 meter by 0.5 meter. So, association is recommended to the farmer. Associations which also produce the high corm yield also recommended to farmers to area. So, the researcher recommend that the farmer use the distance of planting taro was 1 meter by 0.5 meter to have a good production of corm or the tuber, the good production or the highest the highest corm. So that's all, and thank you.